What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my review of the first run Buzzz OS Elite Z Plastic by Discraft. This is the Discraft's newest disc. It's basically exactly what it sounds like. It's an overstable Buzzz. For you Buzzz throwers out there and need something a little bit more stable for the wind, or if you just want a little bit more of a consistent flight out of it. Not that the Buzzz is an inconsistent disc by any means, because I think they are really consistent and great discs. I mean, no matter what plastic you throw, it's hard to deny that the Buzzz is one of the best mid-ranges available in the world, you know, and just about every company has a disc that's basically, you know, their version of the Buzzz, as far as I'm concerned. Most companies have something in, you know, in the same, with similar flight numbers and a very similar profile, because it's just a wildly successful design, and just does a great job. And, you know, I used to carry Buzzes for a long time. I switched to the MVP Axis just because it has a little bit more glide and a little bit of a straighter finish for me and my throwing style. But I'm actually back to carrying the Buzzes these days. I picked up some of these really nice swirly blue Pro D Buzzes because the Axis takes forever to break in. So I got a couple of these to have something to throw in like a somewhat risky situation because they're not expensive plastic, and I also know that they'll break in really quick to have something that's real flippy for tailwind and for shots that I really need to make sure they go right, you know, turnovers. So these were also really great, you know, test partners for the Buzzz OS, you know, so I can get a feel for the differences in flight. Let me give you a quick look at this guy. Really beautiful pearly plastic on this particular one. Seems like a lot of the stuff Discraft's been coming out with lately, they're trying to make it, you know, pretty pearly, and I think that's a good idea. Seems like everybody really likes that. Really, you know, nice look to the plastic. You have the red stamp there. There's your first run. Let's see here. So there's your factory ink, 176. Also got the sticker in there. I don't know why they have to write on it and put the sticker on it. A little bit weird, but I guess that's what they do. So yeah, there's your look at the rim profile. So you can see it's a pretty flat top, like most Buzzes. You know, some of the SS Buzzes, and you know, I'm sure you can find some out there. I remember my X Buzzz had a pretty dome top to it, and then the Flex Buzzes are pretty flat. Z Buzzes are somewhere in between that, just like this, where there's like a tiny bit of a dome to it, but overall very flat on top. So there's that. I'll throw in one of these D Buzzes on top of it for your little comparison and rim designs. So you can see there is definitely some differences there, but overall it still has that same kind of like flat top feel and comfortable rim profile that feels like home, and you don't have to worry about it, you know, throwing you off too much if you're already a Buzzz thrower. So there's your little comparison look. So forgive me if it's a really obvious description of the flight of this disc, but it flies like an overstable Buzzz. Pretty much exactly what you'd think it would fly like. It does. It's not a meat hook by any means. It still has that nice straight flight, good glide from you get from the Buzzz. You know, easy to release, feels good in the hand. You know, it has all the same things that the original Buzzz has going for it, but just less turn and more fade. Basically, all there is to it. Handles the headwind nicely. I tested it on some light headwind. It didn't get affected at all. I didn't have a strong headwind to throw it in. Just in Oregon, it's rarely that windy. You know, in Portland at least. So when I was field testing it, it didn't really seem to. I didn't have a lot of wind to mess around with it. But any of the light headwinds or tailwinds didn't seem to be affected by it really at all. Just very straight, consistent flyer. So you can still get that nice straight Buzzz flight. Maybe a hair less flip up and ride. Definitely a little bit less turn. You know, throw it on Anheuser and it'll fight out. You know, eventually and finish back left. In my experience, some of the throws I was throwing it on light Anheuser, it would just carry very straight all the way, kind of like, you know, your torque is making it glide right, but the natural stability is making it hold straight, and it'll just end up going very straight point to point. So that's really nice. And yeah, maybe you just like the Buzzz, but you find it a little bit flippy for your arm speed or your power, your throwing style. This would be a great disc to check out. Maybe you're already a Buzzz thrower, you like to layer Buzzes in the bag, and you want one you don't want to switch to a drone or a Wasp or something that's a little bit more stable. You want to still have that Buzzz feel, but you want something that's a little more overstable, handle some wind, have a little bit more of a consistent flight. Buzzz OS, absolute no-brainer. So yeah, good job, Discraft. It's nice to get a Discraft review out on my channel. It's been a little while. I've always been a fan of Discraft plastic. I think they make really good, consistent stuff. And the Buzzz OS, no exception to that. So thanks very much for watching, guys. If you have any questions about this or this disc or anything else disc golf related, as always, you guys know where to find me. Thanks for all the support, guys. Cheers.